This is the best meta weapons and abilities for each class. For the Goomba Stomping Heavy, we have the World War I Lewis gun. This weapon allows you to reliably poke enemies at a distance or do massive damage at medium range. Otherwise, since you're playing a heavy, you can just release your inner ape and put the gun's barrel in the enemy's face and hipfire your way to a win. Its magazine gives it the opportunity to go from one target to another without the need of reloading. Many people might prefer the M60 to it, and it's more than valid to have a wrong opinion. Now, to the SA-1216, the 4-round burst shotgun. This is the heavy's go-to weapon when playing in closer quarter maps, or you realize the enemies just tend to fight closer, putting them in the range of the shotgun. This is also my go-to weapon when facing teams with more than one heavy, since I know I'll be able to win versus any other weapon in close quarters. For the heavy's abilities, the ones that will make you win more games and actually be useful to your team will of course be the mesh shield and the dome shield. The mesh shield will block all incoming bullets for yourself and your team, but your teammates will be able to shoot through your shield, making it the perfect tool to duel other teams. It can be used to push into rooms or just disengage from weird third-party fights. The dome shield on the other hand, just as annoying as the mesh shield, place this sucker on a cash out and no one will be able to shoot you while you snatch their money. Or you could be an absolute 1000 IQ player and put it on the enemies so they can't shoot out of it and you can shoot into it. Shields block only enemy bullets and all ally bullets go straight through. If you're more of an aggressive heavy player, then the RPG is your best friend. This bad boy one-shots every one of the light invisible rats running around the map. For defending cash outs, you can also consider the pyromines. When activated, it'll just set ablaze to everything around them, making it difficult for enemies to steal or push through at any point. Now for the mediums, the bread and butter of first-person shooters. These are my Call of Duty players, the guys that just want a good gun and don't want to do anything fancy. The AKM is the default and also the best medium gun. Ever since it's buffed to its recoil, this weapon has become somewhat of a laser at medium and longer ranges. Having 36 bullets per magazine, this gun is very forgiving if you miss a couple of bullets. Or you simply want to shoot, switch to a gadget or ability, and then switch back to your gun without worrying too much about the reload. In second place, we have the FCAR. This is the AKM's fancy cousin. It keeps the identity of a full automatic assault rifle, but tries to go for that DMR range. It has almost no recoil, making it a better choice for further range fights, but it also only has 20 bullets, making the downtime of the gun significantly higher than that of the AKM. You'll find yourself reloading a lot more often and being just 1 or 2 bullets away from killing your second target when the game smacks you in the face with a reload animation. But I will say, if you have some of that spicy aim and you hit most, if not all your shots, this gun is your go-to, allowing you to win almost all duels at medium range. For abilities, there isn't much, just use Healing Beam. Keep your team alive. It can turn any bad fight into a winning one if you manage to place yourself behind cover while you heal your teammate that has better aim than you. Switch to it when it is needed. Don't be one of those medium players that sits with the Healing Beam in their hands for the entirety of the fight. The Healing Beam's best friend is the defibs, which instantly revive an ally. These are good, they're always good, use them. Sonar grenades have become almost a must since there are at least 3 lights every game running around with invisibility trying to fist you from behind. When it comes to defense, your best bet is the gas mines. Stick these close to a cash out and the second any enemy steps on them or you shoot them, it releases a gas cloud, making it almost impossible to steal while inside of it. If you're playing quite a vertical map and need mobility, both jump pad and zipline are amazing. Zipline allows for more precise landing zones, but the jumping pad lets you bounce the cash out on it and become a complete menace. Finally, our light players, the Genji mains of Overwatch, that run around trying to get clips for their montages. First weapon is the XP54. This SMG is just good, like too good. It's got a good magazine size, fast reload time, extremely accurate. I mean, you have an ACOG on the damn thing, but it hardly has recoil. It's number 1 for the light class, there's really nothing else to say about it, it's very good. Second place is none other than the SH1900. I thought it was just called the double barrel shotgun. This thing is something else. When you hit those one-shot kills on lights, or those double taps on mediums or heavies, you feel like a dragon. You feel like you could go Super Saiyan right there and then, but when you miss with the gun, you feel like a donkey. While you're reloading and getting absolutely decimated by the bot in front of you, it doesn't feel good. So, in other words, amazing gun if you can hit your shots, else just stick to the XP54. For abilities, the light invisibility is probably the most used for a good reason. You're invisible, it's almost impossible to see if you stand still and just wait for the enemies to pass you. The evasive dash, on the other hand, is more of a playmaking ability. You can dash around enemies while shooting them or disengage when you notice the heavy has an RPG in his hands. This is in my opinion more rewarding than invisibility, but far more difficult to use. For gadgets, you can use the vanishing bomb to make your entire team invisible, and it's also a good combo to have invisibility when playing with evasive dash. You can third party a fight without anyone noticing your entire team. The glitch grenade is a god tier gadget. You can disable turrets, shields, healing, mines, literally everything, but it will get zapped by the APS turret if you throw it directly at it. And lastly, the gadget that makes most people punch their monitors in a fit of rage, the taser, or as I like to call it, the special child. What does the taser do? Well, it tasers people, making it impossible to aim down sights or even rotate your character. So if you're using it, taser enemies from behind and you'll almost always guarantee the kill. When paired with a dash, you will become the most hated player in the game. The weapon ratings and opinions are completely subjective, even though they are objectively correct. You can use whatever you want, however you want. Everything seems to work in the finals if used well enough. So, use whatever you enjoy and makes you happy. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe to help me grow a little bit, I'm a bit short. And have a good one.